Session.
Thank you. On a 6-0 vote, with Trustee Fuentes being absent, the board has decided to offer Mr. Gary Portner the position of District Chancellor, subject to the approval of a mutually satisfactory employment agreement, which will be presented for approval at a subsequent public meeting of the Board of Trustees.
The other one says acceptance also.
And the second public report of action taken during closed session is on a 5-1 vote, with Trustee Fuentes being absent and Trustee Wagner casting a negative vote. A faculty member was placed on paid administrative leave pending further action. And that's all of the reports that we did. That's all we did in closed session.
Thank you. At this point, we'll turn to Trustee Jay to lead us in the invocation, to be followed by Trustee Lang and the pledge.
Just a comment before this invocation. This is a little unusual as an invocation. The board knows all this stuff. These people out here don't all know. And as I prepared this, actually, I found out a couple things about the district that I didn't know. Dear Heavenly Father, we give thanks for this day. We give thanks for the 43,000 hardworking students that we have collectively at Irvine Valley College in Irvine, and at Saddleback College in Mission Viejo, and at ATEP, the Advanced Technology and Education Park in Tustin, which became part of the Irvine Valley College family last month. We give thanks that our outstanding students at Irvine Valley College have the highest transfer rate to four-year colleges of any of our more than 110 California community colleges. Number one, we give thanks that our outstanding students at Saddleback College have the third highest transfer rate to four-year colleges out of these same 110 community colleges in California. We give thanks to our wonderful faculty, staff, and administration for building and developing the over 300 degree and certificate programs that the two colleges and three campuses offer. We give thanks for the four main academic tracks these same employees have structured, which are transfer programs to four-year colleges, vocational and professional education programs, general knowledge and general education programs, and the Emeritus Institute program. We give thanks to the OC community and staff. We give thanks to the OC community and state taxpayers who have provided the $486 million annual budget that provides a wonderful education within the enormous undertaking of this district. We give thanks as a Board of Trustees for the advice that we need to guide and shepherd this huge district in the best direction possible. Amen.
Please join me as we salute the flag of this great nation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I would invite the Saddleback College Nursing Program and the fearless leader of Saddleback College, Todd Burnett, to the podium while we do a resolution.
Thank you. This is a resolution that I'm very delighted to be making, and we've been putting it off for a while. And one of the reasons we put it off was because we wanted all the faculty and staff to be here. And another reason that worked out for our benefit is that this is the second straight year in a row that this wonderful accomplishment has occurred. So I'd like to call to the podium Board President Don Wagner, Acting Chancellor Dixie Bullock, Saddleback College President Todd Burnett, Assistant Dean and Director of Nursing Tammy Rice, and Nursing Department Co-Chairs Jennifer Ferrugic and Diane Pestalozzi. Now let's start the resolution. And this is incredibly impressive. Whereas the nursing program at Saddleback College ranked first in the National Council Licensure examination performance, with all 58 students who took the test passing on their first attempt, whereas the National Council of State Boards of Nursing ranks the Saddleback College program first out of 92 associate degrees in nursing programs in the state, first out of 584 of all associate degree programs, nursing programs in the nation, and first out of 972 of all nursing programs across the nation. And whereas the Saddleback College nursing program is led by the Dean of Health Science and Human Services, Donna Rain Sostak, Assistant Dean and Director of Nursing, Tamara Rice, Nursing Department Co-Chairs Jennifer Farujic and Diane Pestalozzi, Senior Administrative Assistant Janet Jacob, and esteemed faculty including Alda Babasek, Barbara Belia, Betsy Brewington, Linda Call, Ginny Guyer, Linda Gleason, Margaret Wong, Barbara Huggins, Phyllis Carchuzzi, Susan Noah Reardon, Janine Obuchin, Loretta Tharp, Samantha Venable, Michelle Wolf, and Danuta Zacheski. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees and Acting Chancellor of the South Orange County Community College District do hereby commend and congratulate the Saddleback College nursing faculty and staff for their dedication to students, and the 58 nursing graduates for their outstanding achievement on the National Council Licensure Examination. And I just want to say sincere congratulations. This is an incredible achievement from our nursing staff and their leaders, and particularly the nursing professors who've done just a fabulous job. Thank you.
Roll, please.
Oh, can we have the roll call vote, please?
Yes. Trustee Fuentes is absent. Trustee Jay?
Aye.
Trustee Lang?
Aye.
Trustee Milchiker?
Aye.
Trustee Patberg?
Aye.
Trustee Wagner?
Aye.
Trustee Williams? Student Trustee Shea?
Who would like to say something?
Thank you so much. It's been a really great 10 years for me, and I'm very thankful to be here and to be with all of these people that stand behind me, that have supported the program, who have made it great, and we're just all really happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I have to tell you that I've been bragging about this everywhere I go. I mean, to be the #1 nursing program in the nation on passing the exam for 2 years in a row is really an incredible accomplishment. So sincere congratulations, and thank you so much for all your work you do for our program and our students. And all of the hospitals around here have our students as their nurses. So we're getting great nurses in our community because of your program. So thanks again for our entire community as well. So thank you so much.
All right, at this point on the agenda, we've got a presentation. It was recently Irvine Valley College's 25th anniversary. Believe it or not, it doesn't look a day over 21. We have a cake and some resolutions and stuff out in the hall. We're going to take a 10-minute recess and enjoy the cake. Do we have to vote on what resolution? No, we did. No, we don't have a resolution. We don't have a resolution. All right, so at this point we will take a quick break and enjoy the cake and memorabilia that's out there.
Thank you.
1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2.
The problem is they're
You think the line's
I'm gonna force him to get cake.
need something? Tonight the DEM actually is out here. I can start it from. Oh, I was just telling you. Oh, on camera? Okay.
I couldn't carry it off.
I'll check that on the way. Because I drive right by there. So. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right.
How did you survive October 15th?
Oh, no. I mean, we get to now do things that we want to get done.
Exactly.
Heaven forbid we get to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, I did. I got some.
Got home at midnight or filing to back. Sugar like that.
I was,
Really good.
Are you ready?
Let's come back to order. Trustee Melchiker, can we come back to order?
Go on, we don't need it.
The control room's not ready yet. All right, we are back in session, and I want to thank everybody for participating in the 25th anniversary commemoration. At this point, we are at public comments. Can we close that door, please? Thank you. Can we close the door, please? Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we are at public comments, and the first request to speak is Mr. Hamilton, and so we will go to, the item's been pulled, all right. The other request to speak tonight is Kevin Muldoon, and Kevin Muldoon is a candidate for my seat. He is the Republican-endorsed candidate. We had his opponent here last month, and Kevin Muldoon is here. So, sir, go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Trustee Wagner. Good evening, everyone, faculty, staff, and students. My name is Kevin Muldoon. I am a candidate for the South Orange County Community College District, hoping to succeed Trustee Wagner. First, I wanted to offer my congratulations to IVC for 25 years of excellence and to the nursing program for being top of the nation. It is true, Marcia does always talk about it, so she's very proud. I know the other trustees are as well. The community colleges here offer opportunities to many students from all walks of life, including my own mother. She went and graduated at Saddleback College. She went into law school, and I remember this as a young boy. I believe in the commitment that this institution and the community colleges have to students throughout the state, and I hopefully will have the opportunity to serve with this board as a trustee member after November. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, we are at oral reports, and we will begin, as always, with Trustee Jay.
Thank you. I don't know if he's here anymore, but I want to offer my congratulations to Gary Portner as the offer of the position of Chancellor. We've all known him for a lot of years, and he's really loved around here, and we hope that he signs the contract. Anyway, also congratulations to the nursing staff being ranked so high as #1 in the nation. We think that's incredible. And congratulations to Glenn, where are you? To Irvine, IVC, on their 25th anniversary, along with any of your people that are here. Thanks a lot.
Trustee Williams.
Yes, good evening. I'd like to extend congratulations to the nursing program on their success. My daughter is talking about it now. I thought I'd mention that. It's a wonderful program. She's already got her AA degree from Saddleback. And I just have to say I wanted to congratulate the people of Irvine Valley College, the administrators, staff, faculty members that make up that college community, and the students you serve have a very good quality of education. And I will say I was surprised last week. I didn't know it was coming. I opened the Orange County Register, and there was a beautiful insert commemorating the 25th anniversary of IVC. Very informative. And what I like to see is most of the different sections of it offer a website, a link to go to, which addresses our younger crowd that makes up most of our students now. So once again, congratulations, Irvine Valley College and President Rockmore.
Yes, I won't repeat what my fellow board members have said, but I've been on the campaign trail also. My election's coming up on November 2nd also. So as an incumbent, what I do is I've been bragging about how wonderful our community college district is, because that's what incumbents do, is talk about how wonderful a job they've done. Well, I'd like to say I've done a wonderful job, but really it's everyone here has done a wonderful job. It's the faculty, who are probably the best in the state, maybe the nation, the classified, who are probably the best in the state, maybe the nation, our administrators, our top-notch administrators. We really have good staff. So it's not the trustees that make the school great. It's the people that work here, and I consider our jobs is to prop them up and make sure that we recognize them and thank them. We go out and we tell the community what wonderful colleges we have. We promote the colleges in the community. And some of the things I've been saying is that our nursing program is #1 in the state for 2 years in a row. I've been saying that we have no debt and no unfunded public employee liability without cutting any classes or any programs, that we have. We started the only Orange County paramedic program in Orange County. We have, as Bill Jay said, some of the top transfer rates to four-year institutions in the state. Irvine Valley College has the #1 transfer rate in the county and the 3rd in the state, and Saddleback College has the 3rd in the state. And these are transferred to four-year institutions, so our students do well. We have wonderful, wonderful vocational training programs, nursing being one, auto technology. We have business industry partnerships where people can actually learn on the job, and our local businesses get people that are trained for jobs in the industries that are located right here. And I just want to thank everyone for doing such a fabulous job and allowing me to brag about you. Thank you.
Trustee Pepper.
Thank you. I just want to congratulate Gary Portner. I'm sure he's going to sign a contract, and we'll have a new chancellor starting in December. And, of course, recognize our nursing program. We have just, as Marcia said, 2 wonderful colleges and developing ATEP. We just went through 2 accreditation site visits that ended with very positive outcomes, and all of the trustees participated in that. So I want to congratulate both Irvine Valley College and Saddleback College on those 2 site visits. I also want to recognize Bob Berrucci, our Chancellor, because he just was in the paper about our new technology program. Maybe you'll have a bit to say about that when your report comes out tonight. And it just goes on. We're just so pleased and blessed to have such a wonderful campus. Of course, I'm a very big athletic supporter, and we whipped Pasadena City College 37-7 in football this past Saturday, and the prior week was, I'm trying to remember who we played, but we beat them too. Thank you, Grossmont, yes. And we're 13th in the nation, and I believe 3rd in the state, is that right? Or in our conference, so anyway, thank you.
Bermucci, you're not getting a report tonight. Given the lateness of the hour, all I will do is add my congratulations to Gary Portner, and I certainly look forward to serving with him. Oh, no. Well, I wish him luck anyway. Trustee Lang.
Yes, I'll add my kudos along with the rest of the board to Gary Portner. I think he'll be an excellent choice for our district in this time, and certainly have the full support of the board. And I think although it was a little bit of a convoluted process, it was a process which we did follow, and I think we feel good about that. Congratulations to IVC on its 21st birthday. That's a tremendous accomplishment, and you've done a great job with that campus, Glenn, so congratulations to you. And finally to the nursing program, which we're all, as you hear, are so very proud of. It's been a busy schedule since last month. I did manage to attend the Saddleback homecoming game against Grossmont. I want you to know that they were behind 10-0 until I showed up, and then they managed to win 24-10. So just so we know what happened here, I did attend Glenn's IVC President's Pancake Breakfast at the Performing Arts Center, and we got a lot of members of the community there. Wonderful event, and really showcased, obviously, the campus Performing Arts Center. Well done. Finally, I did attend, along with Trustees Fuentes and Williams, a meeting with the joint visiting teams from the Accreditation Commission. My perception is that I know our meeting, I thought, went very well, and I think all of the trustees' meetings went well. And I think the team was very impressed with the fact that they got a chance to talk with all the trustees, and it was a good exchange of ideas. Wish all of our audience and community a very safe and enjoyable Halloween. Thank you.
Trustee Shea.
Halloween.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to congratulate the nursing program as well. And I know you guys are very successful because my cousin's trying to get into the nursing program right now, and he's trying his hardest right now. And also, I wanted to thank IVC and Saddleback for just providing, especially like during transfer week when a lot of students are trying to complete their applications, and you guys provided a lot of workshops for us, and trying to work on our personal statements and everything. And I also attended the Multicultural Day at IVC, and it was a great success, even though it was kind of rainy and it was really gloomy, but we just, everybody just seemed really happy and very cultural, and that's it.
All right, and Chancellor's report.
Yes, thank you. I want to also really congratulate both of the colleges on the accreditation visits. I had the good fortune of being able to attend both exit interviews since the chair of chairs at Saddleback invited me to the exit interview with Dr. Burnett, and then I was able to get up to IVC so that I could hear that exit interview. Both colleges got many commendations. It was really good to see what a wonderful job the whole team at both places knew that they had done. The nursing program, I just have to take the time out to congratulate it because it's, of course, from my roots. So I know how hard they work, and they're very, very, very hardworking faculty. And to Robert Bermucci, besides the fact that he was in the newspaper, he was in the Chronicle. So the Chronicle of Higher Education, he did a presentation at EDUCAUSE and is also going to be doing accreditation soon at CCLC as one of the keynote speakers.
All right, I want to correct an oversight, and I want to thank Trustee Padberg for pointing this out to me. It is our practice to identify candidates for the board when they're in the audience, and I simply missed and apologize. We also have with us T.J. Prendergast, who's here tonight. So I want to make sure you get that welcome, and make sure that you're acknowledged as being here. All right, at this point, we are going to move to, a little bit of back up. Are there any board requests for reports? I'm unaware of any. All right. Seeing none. Quick housekeeping matter. Item 6.6 has been pulled at the request of the Chancellor to bring the item back for additional, or to come back to us at some further time after some further refinement. So 6.6 is off. And other than that, I will entertain requests to pull items from the consent calendar at this point.
Approval of the consent calendar.
Seeing none. All right, we're good on 510. All right, seeing none, let's vote on the consent calendar. Matter carries unanimously with one abstention. Very good. We are at item 6.1.
Move approval of the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion? Let's vote on the item. Matter carries with one absence. Item 6.2. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion? Let's vote on the item. Matter carries with one abstention.
Absence.
Excuse me, one absence. Thank you. Item 6.3. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion? Let's vote on the item. Matter carries with one absence. Item 6.4, this is the IVC Administrative Reorganization.
Move approval.
Second.
A couple of questions. Do we have a cost item associated with this? And why don't we have the entire org chart as opposed to, because we got the entire org chart for Saddleback, it appears. I'd sort of like to see this in relation to other.
We can get that org chart for you for next meeting.
Okay.
There's no cost on it at this point because we're not asking you to hire anyone.
Well, it does look like you're asking to hire. You're hiring. You're getting rid of one position at range 132. You're putting on. No, excuse me. You're eliminating the lab tech carpenter at range 130. You're putting on a technical director at range 132, and you're adding a facilities maintenance coordinator. So it does look like there's an extra, at least an extra position.
These are not HR items at this point. If we were to come back to you with an HR item to hire those positions, then yes, we would be asking for those changes.
Shouldn't we have some idea of the cost before approving new positions?
If we need to, if you would like for us to bring back those items next month with the full org chart, we certainly can bring the cost as well.
And the other thing I would add that I would like next month is Saddleback did somewhat different and a little bit more thorough presentation to us, because it lists the 3 positive outcomes of the management reorganization, and I don't get any of that from this item. So can we add that?
Sure.
All right.
I think she's answering the questions.
Well, she hasn't given us the cost, and she's told us she'll be able to bring the org chart back and everything back next week. Trustee Williams.
I think what we're doing is approving an org chart, but we're not approving a position and new funding for the position. I think all we're doing is it's kind of a wish list. If the college can find a vacant funded position and put it in there, I think that's what we're at. I don't think we're adding any new positions overall.
Well, clearly we are. It clearly says we are adding a facilities maintenance coordinator whose job, among other things, will be to monitor contract work so as not to impact instruction and coordinate with trade positions impacted by the work being performed.
I understand that, but I think,
so we're clearly adding something, and all I'm asking for is a complete org chart like Saddleback gave to us.
But overall, I don't think we're increasing the total FTE count of employees. I think he may have an unfilled position. He may delete as one category, bring it back in the other, and there's still funding. I think that's what we're going to see. We're not adding new positions.
Can we see that next week, a month?
We can bring that next month with those items included. The purpose for this was so that we could get the items before the board and then fill them as needed and not have to come back every month with a whole new thing to try to explain where those are.
Thank you.
Okay. Trustee Padberg.
Well, I would like to see more detail on IVC's organizational chart. That can't really be the total organizational chart for the college. And in addition, I'm not sure what the urgency is to pass these, but we're talking about reorganizing and adding positions at both campuses. So I do think that IVCs should have more detail, but so I'm wondering if a motion to table until next month would be in order.
I'll entertain a motion to table. Before you do, Trustee Lang would like to speak, so hold off on that. Trustee Lang.
Yes, I sense that we're also moving in the direction of a motion to table, but before we do that, I thought it might be good to give the presidents an opportunity to talk about their administrative reorganization and some of the rationale behind it, and maybe avoid some of those questions when this item does come back, including addressing the cost issues, et cetera, et cetera.
Sir.
Okay. Basically, first of all, starting with the maintenance coordinator, this one actually is technically a new position by title. The funds are going to be derived, they're already identified, they'll be derived by the collapse of some other existing positions, and basically amounts to a reassignment of an existing person. And then the second one is the technical director and scenic designer. That's actually a replacement position that has been redesigned to better fit the need of the theater. The existing position is now vacant and was not appropriate, didn't work out the way we had anticipated. So this is a redesign of that. Okay.
Can you get us all the org chart?
We can give a full org chart, sure.
Is there a reason you didn't bring it to us today?
Basically, I think we just chose different styles between the colleges here, but we put the line that the person reports up to me instead of the entire structure. It's just a style that we chose.
A style of giving us more information is better than a style of giving us less information.
Yeah.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to table.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, let's vote on the motion to table. And the matter carries unanimously. Item 6.6, and I imagine we will have some of the same questions, though.
6.5.
Excuse me, 6.5. My mistake, excuse me. 6.5, do you want to take a shot at answering some of those questions?
I'm starting out the gate, huh? Wow, thank you. Well, members of the board, over 2 years ago, you hired me as a new president to come in. During those 2 years, a period of time, I've been able to evaluate, work with this college, to find and see how we're doing, our successes, our weaknesses, and I think, frankly, our accreditation proved what an effort can be done at our college when we put our minds' efforts to it. 6 of our accommodations, 4 of them, were due to things that we started a couple years ago, such as planning, integrated planning, program review and SLOs, distance education, and as well as campus and climate. And the reason for that was frankly because, for instance, we filled a position way back when called the Director of Planning, Research, and Grants that allowed us to fill a position that was vacant all those years to go forward. And because of that, we were able to be successful. Well, when it comes down to it, after my 2+ years of evaluation and working with the college, we are underperforming in a few areas of this college. As successful we are, we're underperforming. Where we're underperforming is in student preparedness. Now, that's just not our college. That's a statewide problem. Number 2 is economic and workforce development. We have 90% or more of the CTE programs in this district. We are the #1 college of higher education in South Orange County, south of Irvine, and yet we have not one single person and director of economic and workforce development or anybody working on developing partnerships for our programs on our campus, not to mention job opportunities for our students and also helping us to get new grants and other external resources. Next is online education. 14% plus of our education offerings at Saddleback are online, and yet we do not have an administrator at all or any support helping our faculty as well as helping our students in that area. And then also, of course, with the student preparedness side, it's a great combination. And then finally is external resource development. As I mentioned on economic and workforce development, in order for us to be successful in getting grants, in order for us to be successful in getting partnerships that not only help at Saddleback but also ATEP and elsewhere, we need to actually have proper personnel. They're going to be spending their time on that, which right now nothing's happening. So in a nutshell, and I could talk about this for hours, our college has been working on it for even before I got here on the positions that we're talking about on this reorganization. First starting with the Vice President for Fiscal and Operations, which is severely important in a proper organization of the size and complexity of Saddleback College. To only have 2 vice presidents, only 2 areas of the campus, and having a 3rd area of the campus completely not have a senior administrator over it is not a viable or effective organizational structure for this organization. Next, of course, is a Dean of Online Education and Learning Resources. That is a combination of online education with our ability to do student preparedness. So bringing the learning resources with our online education is will be an extremely effective way for us to put much more attention on our ability to prepare our students better and make them much more successful. And finally, economic and workforce development. As I said, we're the only college of our stature and with our programs that has no director of economic and workforce development. In fact, our district has 2 other positions, and we have none, and yet we have 90% of the positions. So that'll more than pay for itself, I can guarantee you, because that's its main job, is to help us be successful, not only financially, but for the success of our students. I hope that's enough just as an orientation.
Okay, thank you. Let me jump in right now. I think that what you've given us here with respect to the org chart and some of the explanation, I see, for example, Saddleback has the least number of administrators compared to all 112 community colleges in the state. Tells me that you have been doing great work, especially given what we heard from the accreds recently, great work while substantially understaffed. And it looks like we're taking some steps here to fix that. And it's also made clear that you've been planning ahead, that the funding is available from the college budget, and there are 3 positive outcomes identified here. This frankly, is the type of information that I like to see and that I think would lead me to support this approval. Let me ask, because she wants to jump in, have the constituent groups or the academic senate seen this plan, bought off on it, and you had a comment, President Dominguez?
Yes, actually I would thank you so much for allowing me to speak to this matter. This has broad support across the college, and even my counterpart in the classified senate can agree to that. Dr. Burnett did this absolutely appropriately. He sat down with the executive team. He identified the issues. He got buy-in from the College Consultation Governance Council. They then, with his executive team, worked together to develop a more detailed plan about how to go about doing this. He then called for a task force that had participants from all of the constituencies, from Classified Senate, CSEA, Academic Senate, and from the senior management team, and even from our deans as well, the administrators. In each of these situations, there was broad participation and broad buy-in. This is something that the college has been working on for the past 2 years, and we all agree that this is the way to go. We're anxious to move our college forward. As an academic senate, you know that we're charged with maintaining the integrity of our programs. One of the accommodations we got, and I have it here on my iPhone, but it was for our Center for Instructional Design and Distance Education. That is one of the work of a single faculty member working with the staff. That single faculty member has left her program and now is going to return to it. We really do need somebody charged with leading our distance education and coordinating it, because one of the things the law requires of us is to maintain regular and effective contact, and this single faculty member has stepped up to do it, but she won't be continuing past May, and we'll need somebody to help us do that. So I would urge you to I want you to know we support it broadly, and two, we've identified a need for a long time, and I really do hope you let us move forward. Thank you so much.
Trustee Padberg.
I just want to compliment President Burnett on the presentation. You were able to get far more information on one page of paper than Irvine did with 3 pages of paper, and so you're being green at the same time. Thank you.
Trustee Lang.
Yes, I just want to agree with some of my other colleagues on the board that I think that you've made a compelling argument for why Saddleback needs the position. I'm a little less persuaded, I think, than some that a reason that it ought to be supported is because relative to other community colleges in the state, we're more efficient. It could well mean that they're less efficient than we are, but I think there are other good reasons for supporting this item, and I intend to do that when at the appropriate time.
I will entertain seeing no further requests to speak, I'll entertain a motion to approve. Moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Let's vote. Matter carries with one absence. Item 6.6 has been pulled. 6.7 is here for discussion and or approval. I'll entertain. There's a motion to approve. Is there a second? Moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, we vote on the item. And the matter carries with one absence. Item 6.8, excuse me, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Move for review and study.
Okay, moved for review and study and seconded by Trustee Lang, I believe. Discussion. Seeing none, let's vote. Matter carries with one absence. Item 6.9 is here for approval. It's the personnel action, academic personnel action items. There are no amendments from HR.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none. Oh, I'm sorry, Trustee Lang.
Oh, just I have asked for some clarification, and I don't mean to hold this item up for tonight, but this does come before us for approval, ratification. Some of this have, some of the hires that are indicated in here do have start dates that have already begun. And those, of course, would be ratified. But I do want to understand what the policy is here a little bit better in terms of when things should come before us for ratification as opposed to approval on such personnel matters.
Okay. Chancellor?
Yes, I talked to Director Lorch today about that. At the top of the page and several times throughout this item, you'll see it says pursuant to Board Policy 4002.1. That board policy is the delegation of authority to the Chancellor to approve and then bring for ratification. The reason, certainly not every one of these, but many of them are either faculty members who have been hired a little bit later in the process, or they're faculty members who are working as substitutes, and we have to have a mechanism to pay them even though the date that they worked was behind. And so that's why some of these are past dates. Anything else? Or?
But I guess just as a general rule, with good planning, these things should come to us before that person actually starts. And what I'm suggesting is that we make a diligent effort to see that that happens in the future, I think.
We certainly will do that. I guess some boards have the twice a month thing that we don't want to do, so that we'll
All
try.
right. Seeing no further requests to speak, let's go ahead and vote on the item. And it passes with one absence. 610, also here for approval ratification, classified personnel action items. So moved and seconded. There are no changes from HR. Discussion? Let's vote. Matter carries with one absence. Item 611.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, let's vote. All right, matter carries unanimously with one absence. Item 7.1, here for information. Questions, comments? Seeing none. Item 7.2, the basic aid report. All right, 7.3, the facilities plan status report. Very good. 7.4, the monthly financial status report. All right. And 7.5, information regarding the retiree trust. All right. We are ready for reports. We begin with President Burnett.
First, I wanted to also lend Saddleback's congratulations to Gary Portner and to thank the Board of Trustees for their wise decision. And we are very much looking forward to working with Gary once again for the benefit of our students. We've all said a lot about accreditation, but I certainly can't underscore enough the success of our college, and I'd like to congratulate our sister college as well for phenomenally successful accreditation results. And hopefully the Commission will recognize that and not only accredit us, but certainly continue with those commendations and nothing else. But I also want to thank this board. It's been mentioned, and you really deserve a great deal of credit. To have all 7 members to be interviewed by the accrediting team is very rare in this state. So thank you all very, very much. You really were part of this accreditation effort, and your support as well as the Chancellor's made us successful. I have here just a copy of our strategic plan just to see it's an actual copied version for you. What I'm excited about more is we get to implement. And we just this week for months have been working on strategies and initiatives, which really is the key to implementation. And once again, those positions that hopefully we'll be able to go forward with in the future will help us to implement those important things. Also, one thing about nursing we didn't mention, but I wanted to say, is that they also just had their accreditation visit, and they sailed with flying colors, no surprise, but I wanted to mention that. Another success for everybody, our wonderful Classified Senate President, Russell Hamilton, down here, just so you don't know, is the new statewide president of 4CS. So I'm pleased to congratulate Russell, and we're very proud of you, Russell, to represent the entire state. Finally, just real quick, I want to take this opportunity to wish the best of luck to Trustee Wagner, Trustee Padberg, and Trustee Milchiker in their upcoming elections, as well as the 2 candidates. I don't know if they're still here. One of them is at least.
They're both
of them are great in the upcoming elections. Best of luck to all of you.
Thank you. President Rockmore.
Thank you very much. I'd like to also send my congratulations to Gary Portner and thank the board for that choice. I think it was a very good one. Accreditation was an incredible event. I think IVC set a new standard for transparency, inclusiveness, and participation. We had the opportunity to have open debate, reflection, some frustration, and some understanding, but ultimately consensus. And so it was a lot of learning by everyone. A lot of people involved, and it's hard to name everyone. I won't try. But tonight I would like to thank our accreditation co-chairs, Wendy Gabriella and Jerry Rudman, for an absolutely stellar job. They set the stage for our success. Additionally, a special note of appreciation to Board President Don Wagner and former Deputy Chancellor Gary Portner for creating a safe harbor and allowing open and free debate that helped us solve problems. And again, congratulations to our sister college. And thank you all for helping us celebrate our 25th birthday.
Thank you.
Provost Peebles. Professor Allen.
Just a brief report, only to say that I think I can speak for the IVC Senate, Academic Senate, and say that we'll be thrilled to see Gary Portner in the position of Chancellor, and we look forward as a body of faculty in the governance unit to be working with him. My only other piece of information is just to let you know that the IVC, after all that speaking last week, I've about lost my voice, so I will only say that IVC Academic Senate sponsored IVC to IVC lecture series. We'll be meeting again November 1st, 2010, where Jeff Kaufman, Dr. Jeffrey Kaufman from the Department of Biology, will be addressing yet another crossroad, Will IVC Go Green? And we invite everyone to attend. It will be 7 p.m. on Monday, the November 1st. Thank you.
Thank you. Professor Dominguez.
Yes, thank you. First off, for our accreditation, I need to thank, and it's overdue and it should be done many, many times, I'd like to thank President Todd Burnett because 2 of our 6 commendations are directly related to, well, actually 3 of our 6 commendations are directly related to the leadership he's brought to Saddleback College. So allow me to read. We received a commendation on the positive change in our campus climate. We received a commendation for development of a 20-year capital scheduled maintenance plan. We received a commendation for a strategic plan for 2010-2013. That's all because of President Burnett. I'd also like to recognize Professor Mickey McCullochek, who received a commendation for creating a culture of transfer at Saddleback College, which was wonderful. They were absolutely astounded by her and her work. And also for our other commendation I mentioned was for the Center of Instructional Design and Distance Education, and that was led by and through our educational planning and assessment was led by Professor Clara Cesario Silva. To that, I'd also like to thank, and I am going to name names, is Bob Cosgrove, who's been a moral support for accreditation, and actually he gave us purpose, and purpose we hear is that little flame that lights a fire under, well, your soul. And he kept us focused and moving. And the welcome, it's been such a joy and pleasure and honor to have Don Boucher rejoin our campus, who absolutely helped guide us when it got a little stressed. And if we ever became heated, he always seems to have just the right amount of water to put on us. I'd also like to thank Professor Diane Pestolesi and Carol Hilton and Professor Tony Tang for all of their hard work. They were magnificent writers and collaborators, and it's been just a pleasure. And moreover, I would like to thank also, finally, but least but not last, Trustee Dave Lang, because he provided, I have to say, he was such a wonderful representative to our meeting. He told us he gave us such an insight to the dialogue. I know, hey, I don't talk that much, really. He was wonderful for what he gave to us. And finally, congratulations to IVC in 25 years. Wow, you made it. Gosh, as the older sister school, God knows we tried to keep you small, but oh well, there you are. You grew up on us.
Thank you. Professor Long, on behalf of the union.
Briefly, the Faculty Association would like to join its voice to the many others we've heard tonight, welcoming Gary Portner as the Chancellor. I think it's a wonderful decision. He has been a honest and ethical representative of the district for many years, and I think he'll be a wonderful Chancellor. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move down to the other end of the table, and the students on behalf of...
Hi, everyone. We had our homecoming on October 16th, where we planned the pre-carnival activities and the halftime show. I was also able to participate in the accreditation process, which was a great experience for me. I learned a lot. We also were able to go to the CSAL Leadership Conference, and Saddleback College actually proposed 4 of the presentations that were led by students, including myself, and there were no other students who were presenting. They were all deans and advisors, so it was kind of cool. Also, I will be representing Saddleback College at the SSCCC General Assembly next weekend, and also we had a breast cancer awareness fair today out on the quad. Thank you.
Thank you.
This past week we had a military service day. We had the Navy, Marines, and local agency, the Irvine SWAT team. We also had Multicultural Day with over 20 clubs representing different countries. It was a blast. We as well attended the CSAW, which is the California Community College Student Advisory Association, with over 700 students for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And with all the students, there was 11 of us supporting Irvine Valley College, and with the knowledge that we took back, we're going to plan a conference between just Irvine and go over what we learned and hopefully share the great leadership skills. Halloween Spectacular is coming up. It's on Wednesday, October 27th, where our school will dress up a lot of the students, and we'll have like a little catwalk to where we can show off our cool costumes. It's 11:30 to 1 p.m. It should be this Wednesday, so if you guys are interested, please come by and dress up. Thank you.
Mr. Hamilton.
Thank you, President Wagner, trustees, and student trustee Shea. At this time, I'd just like to thank the Board of Trustees, Saddleback College, Irvine Valley College for all their participation within the shared governance and with Classified Senate. Dr. Burnett, thank you for your show of support for letting me go forward and take this type of an obligation on. And to my boss, Mark Schuffelbein, thank you for being so understanding while I'm doing all this. Saddleback College's Classified Senate about a year ago took on a company called lynda.com. It's a reference point that you can go to, and you can basically learn just about any program on a computer you want to learn. We did that in the anticipation that it would give the classified a chance to sit at their desk when they have a problem with, say, Excel or Word or anything like that. They can go to that site, look it up, take 2 minutes, learn how to do the job that they're needing to do, and go on with their work. So we're actually paying for something to educate our classified on the job and to make them more productive at the same time. This year we renewed it again at a cost of $3,000, and we have had a fantastic amount of use through the different classified on the campus. It is available to all of them 24/7 from anywhere in the world, so they can be learning anytime. Also, on October the 29th, we are doing a fundraiser with Taco Mesa. They have agreed to donate funds back to Classified Senate to help support our Thanksgiving baskets for needy veteran students on the campus at Saddleback. The funds will be used to take and help fill the baskets for things that are not donated through the baskets that are at the different locations of the divisions on the campus. And with that, I'll turn it over to Shanna.
Thank you. Ms. Morehouse.
Good evening. I only have one thing to report, and that is that I have made the decision to step down as CSEA president. So my term will be ending in December, and we are going through elections, and we'll be hiring, or not hiring, we'll be electing a new president for CSEA. I have thoroughly enjoyed most of the time being here with you fine people. And I want to say thank you especially to Dr. David Bouguet for his support and just being able to work with him so closely, and I hope that I'll be able to continue doing some of that. I will still remain on the e-board as past president, and I'll still be a job steward and hopefully be involved with negotiations, but I needed to make some decisions in my life, and that's what I've kind of decided to do. So next month will be my last month.
Thank you, and good luck with that. Ms. Mahaney.
Good evening. First of all, I want to report that our Classified Senate meeting last week became an open forum for accreditation for the classified staff. And indeed, it was a great meeting. I was very proud of how professional and well-spoken our group was. It was very well attended, and I believe we provided an opportunity that they were requesting the day before, and so I was very pleased to be able to, at the last moment, kind of schedule that type of forum. It was very, very like I said, a lot of people attended, and for me, I was telling my colleagues and people around that it was literally an educational process during this week. We'll continue being busy working in fundraising activities. We have 2 activities coming up. One is for the classified Senate officers to collect funding for us to continue providing lunches at our meetings, and hopefully sending a few employees at the end of the year to our Four Seas conference. So we're kind of collecting some funding there. We also have the Atom Fest by by Green Alternatives. That is going to be on November 7th. It's a Sunday, and the committee is literally going into kind of a sale, kind of type of a lawn sale, garage sale type of thing, again for scholarships. We are holding next week, Monday at 5:15 in the evening, our first ever evening classified Senate meeting for evening staff. And we are inviting CSEA to come along, since we are in negotiations and also in the nominating on new board members. So we are holding that, and we're hoping to have one in the spring again and just move on with this part. We have been pretty busy, and the semester just going really, really fast. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All right. We are adjourned.